The story of Bugatti begins with a man named Ettore Bugatti. He was born on September 15, 1881, in Milan, Italy. Milan was an important city for art and culture. Ettore grew up in a very creative family. His father, Carlo Bugatti, was a famous furniture and jewelry designer. Carlo made beautiful and unusual art pieces. Many people admired his work. Ettore's younger brother, Rembrandt Bugatti, became a well-known sculptor who made animal statues. Because of his family, Ettore grew up surrounded by art. He learned to care about beauty, detail, and quality. Even though his family worked in art, Ettore became interested in machines. He liked bicycles and engines. He was curious about how things worked. When he was still young, he started working with mechanics and engineers. Ettore did not go to a normal engineering school. Instead, he learned by doing real work. As a teenager, he worked for small companies that built bicycles and motorized tricycles. Later, he worked for car companies. He designed and improved small vehicles. People noticed that he had special talent. He understood engines very well, and he also cared about design and style. At that time, cars were still very new. The late 1800s and early 1900s were the early days of automobiles. Many inventors in Europe were trying to build better engines. Cars were noisy and sometimes unreliable. Roads were not good. But the world was excited about this new invention. Ettore wanted to be part of this new industry. Before starting his own company, Ettore worked for different car makers. Around 1902, he worked for De Dietrich in Alsace, which was then part of Germany. Later, he worked for companies like Mathis and Deutz. He designed racing cars and road cars. Even as a young designer, Ettore had strong ideas. He believed cars should not only be fast, but also beautiful. He did not like heavy and complicated machines. He preferred light cars with simple but strong parts. He believed that if a part was beautiful, it would also work well. By 1908, Ettore wanted to create his own car. He designed a small, lightweight car called the Type 10. He built it in the basement of his house in Cologne. The Type 10 showed his talent. It was light, simple, and elegant. This small car would become the foundation for his future company. In 1909, Ettore made an important decision. He founded his own car company. He chose to build his factory in Molsheim, a small town in Alsace. At that time, Alsace was part of Germany. After World War I, it became part of France. The company was officially called Automobiles e Bugatti. This was the beginning of the Bugatti brand. Ettore rented an old dye factory building. It was not large, but it was enough to start production. Ettore was only 28 years old when he started his company. He was young, but confident. He believed he could build better cars than anyone else. From the start, he focused on quality instead of quantity. He did not want to build many cheap cars. He wanted to build special cars. Bugatti cars quickly became known for their artistic design and engineering precision. Every part was carefully made. Even engine parts looked elegant. Ettore often said that weight was the enemy, so he tried to make his cars as light as possible. The first real production model was based on the Type 10. It became the Type 13. The Bugatti Type 13 was small and lightweight. It had a 4-cylinder engine. It was not very powerful compared to bigger cars, but it was very light. Because it was light, it was fast and agile. The Type 13 became known as the Brescia later, after a famous race victory. But in the early years, it was simply a small racing car with great potential. Ettore's cars were different from other cars of the time. Many cars were large and heavy. Bugatti cars were slim and balanced. They handled well in corners. This made them very good for racing. Bugatti also paid attention to details. The radiator had a special horseshoe shape. This shape later became one of the brand's most famous design features. Even in 1909, Ettore was thinking about style and identity. Racing was very important in the early car industry. Winning races helped companies sell cars. Ettore understood this, so he entered his cars into competitions. In 1911, a Bugatti Type 13 surprised many people by finishing second in the French Grand Prix. This was a big achievement. The race was very difficult. Many larger and more powerful cars competed, but the small Bugatti performed very well. This success gave Bugatti a good reputation. People saw that the small car could compete with bigger machines. It proved that lightweight and good design could win races. Racing became part of Bugatti's identity. The company believed that testing cars on the track made them better for customers. Ettore Bugatti believed that a car was a work of art. He did not see it as just a machine. He cared deeply about design. He often designed parts that were both strong and beautiful. For example, many Bugatti engines had polished metal surfaces. The parts were shaped carefully. He avoided unnecessary decorations, but he loved elegant lines. Ettore also demanded perfection. If a part was not good enough, he rejected it. He was known to be strict with workers and suppliers. He wanted everything done his way. He once said that nothing was too beautiful and nothing was too expensive if it was right. This idea would shape Bugatti for many years. Between 1910 and 1914, Bugatti slowly grew. The factory in Molsheim produced more cars. The company built both racing cars and small road cars. Bugatti cars became popular among wealthy customers who wanted something special. The cars were not cheap, but they offered quality and performance. The company was still small compared to other car makers, but it had a strong identity. It was known for innovation, elegance, and racing success. Ettore continued improving his designs. He worked on larger engines and new models. He also improved suspension and handling. In 1914, World War I began. This changed everything in Europe. Factories stopped normal production. Many workers went to war. Resources became limited. Because Molsheim was in Alsace, the region was affected by the conflict between Germany and France. Car production slowed down. Ettore Bugatti had to leave Molsheim during the war. During the war years, he worked on aircraft engines instead of cars. He designed a large aircraft engine that showed his engineering skills. The war was a difficult time. Like many companies, Bugatti could not continue normal car production. By 1914, Bugatti was still a young company. It had only existed for 5 years, but in that short time, it had already built a strong name in racing and design. Ettore Bugatti had shown that cars could be light, fast, and beautiful. He had created a unique style that was different from other manufacturers. Even though World War I stopped progress for a time, the foundation was strong. After the war, Bugatti would return even stronger and enter its golden age. After World War I ended in 1918, Europe was tired and damaged. Many cities were destroyed. Many people had lost their lives. Factories had stopped making normal products during the war. But slowly, life began to return to normal. Industries started working again. The car industry also began to grow. For Bugatti, this was the start of its most successful and famous period. Between 1919 and 1939, Bugatti became one of the greatest racing and luxury car brands in the world. This period is often called the Golden Age of Bugatti. When the war ended, Alsace became part of France again. The Bugatti factory in Molsheim was now in France instead of Germany. This change was important. It meant Bugatti became officially a French car company, even though Ettore Bugatti was Italian. Ettore Bugatti returned to Molsheim and restarted car production. The factory had survived the war, but it needed repairs and reorganization. Ettore was determined to rebuild his company. He improved the pre-war Type 13 model. The car was light, fast, and reliable. Soon, it became very successful in racing. In 1921, Bugatti achieved an important racing success in Brescia, Italy. 4 Bugatti Type 13 cars finished in the top 4 positions in a major race. This was a huge achievement. After this victory, the Type 13 became known as the Brescia. The win proved that Bugatti's lightweight design philosophy worked. Bigger cars with larger engines could not match the balance and handling of the small Bugatti. The Brescia victory made Bugatti famous across Europe. Wealthy customers wanted to buy these winning cars. Orders increased. The company began to grow quickly. One of the most important cars in Bugatti history is the Bugatti Type 35. It was introduced in 1924. Many experts believe it is the most successful racing car of all time. The Type 35 was beautiful and fast. It had elegant curves and a famous horseshoe-shaped radiator. The wheels were made from a special aluminum alloy. The car was light and strong. The engine was very advanced for its time. It had an overhead camshaft and high-quality engineering. Some versions also had a supercharger, which increased power. The Type 35 dominated racing during the 1920s. It won more than 1,000 races. This is an incredible number. It won major Grand Prix races and smaller competitions across Europe. Bugatti became known as the king of racing. Drivers trusted the Type 35 because it was reliable and well-balanced. Racing was not just about selling cars, it was part of Bugatti's identity. Ettore believed racing proved the quality of his machines. Bugatti cars competed in France, Italy, Germany, and many other countries. The blue color of French racing cars became famous. Bugatti's bright blue paint became a symbol of speed and style. Many skilled drivers raced Bugattis. They risked their lives because racing in the 1920s was very dangerous. Tracks were rough, safety was limited, but the excitement was great. Every victory made the Bugatti name stronger. Customers wanted the same technology and design that won races. While racing was important, Bugatti also built luxury road cars. Wealthy customers wanted cars that were fast, comfortable, and beautiful. Bugatti provided this. One of the most famous luxury models was the Bugatti Type 41 Royale. The Royale was enormous. It was designed for kings and royalty. The Royale had a huge 12.7-liter engine with 8 cylinders. It was one of the largest engines ever put into a passenger car. The car was extremely long and heavy. Ettore planned to sell the Royale to European royal families. However, the timing was unfortunate. The Great Depression began in 1929. Many wealthy people lost money. Only 6 Royales were built. Very few were sold. Even though it was not a commercial success, the Royale became legendary. It showed Bugatti's ambition and engineering power. Another important model was the Bugatti Type 57, introduced in 1934. Unlike the Royale, the Type 57 was more practical, but still luxurious. The Type 57 was designed partly by Ettore's son, Jean Bugatti. Jean was very talented. He had a good eye for design and modern style. The Type 57 came in several versions. Some were elegant touring cars. Others were sporty and powerful. The Type 57 Atlantic is today one of the most valuable cars in the world. It had flowing lines and a dramatic shape. Jean Bugatti helped create new body designs. He introduced new shapes and ideas. His influence made Bugatti cars even more beautiful and modern. Jean Bugatti was born in 1909, the same year the company was founded. He grew up at the Molsheim factory. As a child, he watched his father work on engines and designs. By the 1930s, Jean became more involved in the company. He brought fresh ideas. While Ettore focused on engineering, Jean focused more on style and marketing. Jean helped design some of the most beautiful Bugattis ever made. He understood that customers wanted elegance and uniqueness. The partnership between father and son was powerful. Together, they combined engineering excellence and artistic design. In 1929, the world economy collapsed. The Great Depression affected many countries. Businesses closed. People lost jobs. Luxury goods became harder to sell. Bugatti felt the impact. Expensive cars like the Royale were difficult to sell. However, racing continued to bring attention to the brand. Bugatti survived the Depression better than some other luxury brands. This was partly because of its strong racing reputation and loyal customers. One of Bugatti's proudest moments came in 1937 and 1939 at the 24 Hours of Le Mans race in France. The 1939 victory was especially important. The winning car was a Type 57C tank. It had a streamlined body designed for high speed. The victory proved Bugatti could succeed not only in Grand Prix races, but also in endurance racing. This win showed the world that Bugatti was still strong at the end of the 1930s. In 1939, tragedy struck the Bugatti family. Jean Bugatti died in a testing accident while driving a race car near the factory. He was only 30 years old. His death deeply affected Ettore Bugatti. Jean had been the future of the company. Many believed he would lead Bugatti into a new era. Losing his son was a personal and professional tragedy for Ettore. The company lost a talented designer and leader. In September 1939, World War II began. Europe once again entered a period of conflict. Factories changed production to support the war effort. For Bugatti, this marked the end of the golden age. Racing stopped. Car production slowed. The company faced an uncertain future. The years between 1919 and 1939 had been extraordinary. Bugatti had dominated racing. It had built some of the most beautiful and advanced cars in the world. During these 20 years, Bugatti became a legend. The Type 35 became the most successful racing car of its time. The Royale showed unmatched ambition. The Type 57 combined beauty and performance. Jean Bugatti added modern style and creativity. Bugatti won major races across Europe, including Le Mans. The company was known for elegance, innovation, and racing success. Wealthy customers admired the brand. Drivers respected it. Competitors feared it. But by 1939, the world was changing again. War would once more stop progress. The next chapter would be more difficult. In September 1939, World War II began. Germany invaded Poland, and soon many countries joined the conflict. France and Germany were enemies again. The Bugatti factory was located in Molsheim, in the Alsace region. This area was very important because it was near the German border. During the war, control of Alsace changed again. Germany took control of the region. This created serious problems for Bugatti. The company was officially French, but Ettore Bugatti was Italian. The factory was now under German control. Political tension made business very difficult. Car production almost stopped. Racing stopped completely. There was no place for luxury sports cars during wartime. Governments needed factories to produce military equipment, not race cars. Just before the war officially began, tragedy struck the company. In August 1939, John Bugatti died in a testing accident. John had been driving a Type 57 race car after winning the 24 Hours of Le Mans. While testing near the factory, he lost control of the car and crashed. He was only 30 years old. Jean was more than just Ettore's son. He was the future of the company. He had modern ideas and strong design talent. Many people believed he would lead Bugatti into a new generation. His death deeply affected Ettore Bugatti. It was both a personal loss and a business loss. Without Jean, the company lost creative energy and direction. When war began soon after, it felt like everything was falling apart at the same time. During World War II, many European factories were damaged or destroyed. Some were bombed, others were taken over by governments. The Bugatti factory in Molsheim was affected by the war. Production of luxury cars stopped. Instead, like many companies, the factory was forced to support military needs. However, Bugatti was never a large industrial company like Renault or Mercedes-Benz. It did not have the same resources or government contracts. This made survival harder. Ettore Bugatti left Molsheim during the war years. He moved between different countries. His control over the factory was limited. The company's future became uncertain. Even before the war, Bugatti was facing financial challenges. The Great Depression in the 1930s had reduced the number of wealthy customers. The large and expensive models like the Royale did not sell well. After Jean's death and the start of war, the company had almost no income from car sales. Racing had stopped. Luxury customers were focused on survival, not on buying sports cars. The factory still had costs. Workers needed wages. Buildings needed maintenance. But without strong sales, money became tight. Bugatti was a small company compared to other car makers. It did not have large financial reserves. World War II ended in 1945. Europe was damaged. Cities were destroyed. Roads and factories needed rebuilding. Alsace returned to France again. The Bugatti factory in Molsheim was once more French. Ettore Bugatti returned to see what remained of his company. The factory had survived, but it was not in good condition. Equipment was old. Workers were fewer. The world had changed. Car technology had advanced during the war. Other companies were working on new designs. Bugatti's pre-war models now seemed old-fashioned. The company needed a new start. After the war, Ettore Bugatti tried to rebuild the company. He wanted Bugatti to return to racing and luxury car production. One of the projects was the Type 73. This was planned as a new sports car. It had a smaller engine and modern ideas. However, only a few prototypes were built. Ettore also worked on other ideas, including small cars and even aircraft engines. But none of these projects reached full production. Money was the biggest problem. Restarting car production required large investment. Materials were expensive. The European economy was weak. Bugatti did not have strong government support. Larger companies received more help because they produced cars for everyday people. Bugatti's cars were expensive and rare. After World War II, the car market changed. Before the war, luxury brands had many wealthy customers. After the war, people wanted affordable and practical cars. Companies like Renault and Volkswagen focused on small, simple cars for the public. The famous Volkswagen Beetle became popular because it was affordable and reliable. Bugatti's traditional style was different. It focused on handcrafted luxury and racing performance. But the world was no longer focused on Grand Prix racing or royal luxury cars. Bugatti needed to adapt, but adapting required money and new leadership. In 1947, tragedy struck again. Ettore Bugatti died at the age of 65. His death marked the true end of an era. Ettore was the heart of the company. He made all important decisions. He controlled design and production. Without him, Bugatti lost its founder, leader, and main engineer. There was no strong successor like John to take over. The company continued for a few more years, but it was weak and directionless. After Ettore's death, Bugatti tried to continue producing cars. A small number of vehicles were built using older designs. The Type 101 was introduced in the early 1950s. It was based on pre-war technology. Only a few units were made. However, the car market had moved forward. Other manufacturers offered more modern designs. Customers did not see enough reason to choose Bugatti. Production numbers were extremely low. The company could not compete financially. By 1952, the company effectively stopped automobile production. The factory in Molsheim closed its doors as a car manufacturer. The golden racing days were gone. The luxury masterpieces were no longer being built. The Bugatti name slowly disappeared from the automotive world. For many years, Bugatti became only a memory. Classic car collectors remembered the Type 35, the Royale, and the Type 57 Atlantic, but no new Bugattis were made. Several key reasons explain the decline. World War II. Production stopped, and the factory struggled. Death of Jean Bugatti. The company lost its future leader. Financial problems. There was not enough money to modernize. Changing market. Customers wanted affordable cars, not luxury racers. Death of Ettore Bugatti. The company lost its founder and vision. Bugatti had been built around one man's ideas. When that man was gone, the company struggled to survive. Even though production ended, Bugatti's reputation did not disappear completely. Car enthusiasts remembered the racing victories of the Bugatti Type 35. Collectors valued the beauty of the Bugatti Type 57. Old Bugattis became rare treasures. Their value increased over time. Museums and private collectors preserved them. The name Bugatti still represented speed, beauty, and engineering excellence, even though the company no longer produced cars. By 1952, Bugatti's first era had ended. From 1909 to 1952, the company experienced early innovation, racing domination, luxury masterpieces, personal tragedy, war and destruction, financial decline. For many years, The Bugatti name remained silent, but the story was not over forever. Decades later, new people would try to bring the brand back to life. The next chapter would not begin until the late 1980s, when an Italian businessman decided to revive the legendary name. After 1952, Bugatti stopped making cars. The factory in Molsheim was quiet. For many years, the name Bugatti lived only in history books, museums, and private car collections. The old racing cars like the Type 35 and the beautiful Type 57 Atlantic became rare treasures. But the story of Bugatti did not end forever. In the late 1980s, a new man decided to bring the famous name back to life. His name was Romano Artioli. This section explains how Bugatti returned after many silent years. Romano Artioli was an Italian businessman. He loved cars very much. He was not only a businessman, but also a true car enthusiast. He owned one of the largest Bugatti collections in the world. Artioli believed that Bugatti was one of the greatest names in automotive history. He respected Ettore Bugatti and the golden age of the company. In the 1980s, the world economy was strong again. Supercars were becoming popular. Brands like Ferrari and Lamborghini were building powerful and exciting cars. Artioli believed that Bugatti should return and compete in this modern supercar world. In 1987, he bought the rights to the Bugatti name. This was the first big step toward revival. After buying the brand name, Artioli created a new company called Bugatti Automobili S.p.A. Unlike the original Bugatti factory in France, this new company was based in Italy. Artioli chose the town of Campogalliano, near Modena. This area is famous for sports car companies like Ferrari and Lamborghini. Artioli wanted a fresh start. He did not reopen the old Molsheim factory. Instead, he built a completely new, modern factory in Italy. The new Bugatti factory in Campogalliano was very advanced for its time. It was bright, clean, and modern. It used the latest technology. Artioli did not want a small workshop. He wanted a world-class facility. The building had large glass walls, white floors, and modern design. It looked more like a high-tech laboratory than a traditional car factory. This showed Artioli's ambition. He did not want to build ordinary cars. He wanted to build something special, a supercar that would shock the world. Artioli knew that the new Bugatti needed a powerful and advanced car. It had to be better than other supercars of the time. He gathered a team of talented engineers and designers. One of the key designers was Marcello Gandini, who had worked on famous Lamborghini models. The goal was clear: create the most advanced supercar in the world. This car would later be called the Bugatti EB110. The name EB stood for Ettore Bugatti. The number 110 celebrated what would have been Ettore's 110th birthday in 1991. The EB110 was very advanced for its time. It had a 3.5-liter V12 engine with 4 turbochargers. This was very unusual in the early 1990s. The engine produced about 560 horsepower in the standard version. Later, a Supersport version produced around 610 horsepower. The car also had all-wheel drive. This improved grip and stability. At that time, most supercars were rear-wheel drive. Another advanced feature was the carbon fiber chassis. Carbon fiber is very light and very strong. Today it is common in supercars, but in the early 1990s it was rare and expensive. The EB110 could reach speeds of around 342 km per hour, 213 meters per hour. This made it one of the fastest cars in the world at the time. The EB110 was officially presented to the public on September 15, 1991. Exactly 110 years after Ettore Bugatti's birth. The launch event took place in Paris, near the famous La Défense district. It was a grand event with bright lights and media attention. The world was impressed. The EB110 looked modern, sharp, and powerful. It was different from the old Bugattis of the 1920s and 1930s, but it still carried the famous horseshoe-shaped grille. Bugatti was back. In the early 1990s, the supercar market was very competitive. Ferrari had the F40, Lamborghini had the Diablo, Jaguar had the XJ220. The EB110 competed directly with these cars. It offered more advanced technology than many of them. Car magazines praised its stability and engineering quality. The all-wheel drive system made it easier to control at high speeds. However, the EB110 was very expensive. It cost much more than many competitors. Production was limited. Even though the EB110 was impressive, Bugatti Automobili SPA faced serious financial problems. Building such an advanced car required huge investment. The modern factory, research, development, and materials cost a lot of money. Unfortunately, the early 1990s brought a global economic slowdown. Luxury sales decreased. Wealthy customers were more careful with spending. Bugatti was producing only a small number of cars each year. This made it difficult to recover costs. Between 1991 and 1995, only about 130 EB110 cars were produced. This was not enough to support the expensive factory and development costs. Even though the car was excellent, the company did not have strong financial support from a large automotive group. Romano Artioli also invested in other businesses, including Lotus. These investments increased financial pressure. The situation became worse each year. In 1995, Bugatti Automobili SPA declared bankruptcy. The company could no longer continue operations. The modern factory in Campogalliano closed. Production of the EB110 stopped. It was a sad moment. For the second time in history, Bugatti had disappeared. Many people were disappointed because the EB110 was truly advanced. It had shown that the Bugatti name could compete in the modern supercar world. After the bankruptcy, remaining parts and unfinished cars were sold. A German company later completed a few additional EB110 models using leftover parts. Over time, the EB110 became respected and valuable. Car collectors realized that it was rare and historically important. Today, the EB110 is remembered as a bold and ambitious project. It proved that the Bugatti name still had power. There were several reasons why this revival did not succeed long-term. Very high development costs, global economic slowdown, limited production numbers, no large corporate backing, extremely expensive factory investment. Romano Artioli had passion and vision, but the project needed stronger financial support. Even though the company failed in 1995, this period was very important. It showed that Bugatti could return to life. It introduced modern engineering ideas. It reconnected the brand with high performance and innovation. Without the EB110, the next revival might not have happened. The Bugatti name once again became visible in the automotive world. Major automotive groups noticed its potential. After the bankruptcy, the Bugatti brand name was available again. It was still famous. It still represented speed, luxury, and history. Soon, one of the largest automotive companies in the world would take interest. That company was the Volkswagen Group. Under Volkswagen's leadership, Bugatti would rise again, this time stronger than ever before. The years 1987 to 1995 were short but exciting. Romano Artioli brought back the Bugatti name. A new factory was built in Italy. The EB110 became one of the most advanced supercars of its time. Financial problems led to bankruptcy. The revival failed financially, but it succeeded in proving that Bugatti still mattered. The story was not over. In fact, the most powerful chapter was still to come. After the bankruptcy in 1995, Bugatti disappeared again. The factory in Italy was closed. The EB110 was no longer in production. For the second time in history, the Bugatti name went silent. But this silence did not last long. In 1998, one of the largest car companies in the world decided to buy the Bugatti brand. That company was the Volkswagen Group. This decision would change everything. Under Volkswagen's leadership, Bugatti would not only return, it would become stronger and more powerful than ever before. The leader of Volkswagen at that time was Ferdinand Piëch. He was a very ambitious and determined man. He loved engineering and speed. He believed that Volkswagen should build the most powerful and fastest car in the world. When he saw the Bugatti name available for purchase, he understood its value. Bugatti had history, beauty, racing success, and luxury reputation. It was the perfect brand for his dream project. In 1998, Volkswagen officially bought the rights to the Bugatti name. This was the start of the modern era of Bugatti. Unlike the Italian revival in the 1990s, Volkswagen decided to return Bugatti to its historical home, Molsheim, France. The original factory had been there since 1909. This decision connected the modern brand to its historic roots. Volkswagen built a new, modern facility in Molsheim called the Atelier. It was not a large factory. Instead, it was a clean, elegant building where cars would be carefully assembled by hand. This showed that Bugatti would not become a mass-production brand. It would remain exclusive and luxurious. Before building a production car, Volkswagen introduced several concept cars to show its ideas. In 1998 and 1999, Bugatti presented models like the EB118 and EB218. These were luxury grand touring cars. They showed modern design, but also included classic Bugatti elements like the horseshoe grille. Later, Bugatti introduced the 18.3 Chiron concept at the Frankfurt Motor Show. This concept showed a mid-engine layout and extreme performance goals. These concept cars were experiments. Volkswagen was testing ideas and technology, but Ferdinand Piëch had a clear target: build a car with 1,000 horsepower and a top speed over 400 km/h. At that time, this goal sounded impossible. After years of development, Bugatti introduced the Bugatti Veyron 16.4 in 2005. The Veyron was unlike anything the world had ever seen. Its engine was called the W16. It had 16 cylinders arranged in a special W shape. It also had 4 turbochargers. This engine produced 1,001 horsepower. The car had all-wheel drive and a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. It used advanced aerodynamics and cooling systems. The Veyron was not just fast, it was extremely fast. It could reach a top speed of 407 km/h, 253 mph. This made it the fastest production car in the world at that time. Building the Veyron was very difficult. Many engineers believed it could not be done. At very high speeds, tires can break apart. The engine produces extreme heat. The car needs strong brakes and advanced cooling systems. Bugatti had to develop special tires with Michelin. These tires were designed to handle very high speeds safely. The cooling system had 10 radiators to manage engine and transmission heat. The Veyron was also heavy because of its strong structure and luxury interior. Engineers had to balance performance and comfort. It was one of the most complex cars ever built. In 2005, the Veyron officially broke the world speed record for a production car. It became a global sensation. Newspapers, magazines, and television programs talked about it. The Veyron was not just a car, it was a statement. It showed that Volkswagen had the power and resources to build something extraordinary. Unlike pure race cars, the Veyron was also very comfortable. It had leather seats, high-quality materials, and modern technology. The interior was carefully handcrafted. Owners could drive it slowly and comfortably in a city, but they could also reach extreme speeds on a track. This combination of luxury and extreme performance was unique. Bugatti did not plan to build thousands of Veyrons. Production was limited to 450 cars, 300 coupes, and 150 open-top Grand Sport models. Each car was built by hand in Molsheim. Skilled technicians assembled every part with great care. Because of its complexity, each Veyron reportedly cost more to build than its selling price. However, for Volkswagen, the Veyron was not only about profit, it was about proving engineering excellence. In 2010, Bugatti introduced the Veyron Supersport. This version had 1,100 horsepower. It was even faster than the original model. The Supersport reached a top speed of 431 km/h, 268 mph, in a special high-speed run. This broke the world record again. Bugatti once more became the fastest production car manufacturer in the world. During its production years, Bugatti created many special editions of the Veyron. Some models honored racing history. Others celebrated famous Bugatti drivers or events. Each edition had unique colors and design details. Because production numbers were very low, these cars became extremely valuable. Collectors around the world wanted to own one. Between 2005 and 2015, Bugatti became known as the king of hypercars. The word hypercars became popular because of the Veyron. It described cars that were beyond normal supercars. Bugatti stood at the top of this new category. The brand represented extreme speed, advanced engineering, luxury craftsmanship, limited production, high status. Owning a Bugatti became a symbol of success and wealth. Even though the Veyron was successful in reputation, it was very expensive to develop. Reports suggest that Volkswagen invested billions of euros into the project, but for Ferdinand Piëch, it was worth it. The Veyron improved Volkswagen's global image. It showed that the company could lead the world in engineering. In 2015, the last Veyron was produced. It was called La Finale. This marked the end of a 10-year production run. The Veyron had completely changed the image of Bugatti. It transformed the brand from a historic memory into a modern engineering legend. After the Veyron, Bugatti began developing its next hypercar. Engineers wanted to go even further. They asked, can we build a car that is more powerful, more advanced, more luxurious? This period was one of the most important in Bugatti history. Volkswagen bought the brand in 1998. Production returned to Molsheim. Ferdinand Piëch set extreme performance goals. The Veyron became the fastest production car in the world. Bugatti created the hypercar category. Limited production kept the brand exclusive. For the first time since the 1930s, Bugatti was again at the top of the automotive world. The company was no longer struggling to survive. It was leading innovation. The modern rebirth was complete. After the end of the Veyron in 2015, many people wondered, how can Bugatti build something even better? How can it go beyond 1,000 horsepower? How can it improve a car that was already called perfect? Bugatti answered these questions in 2016 with a new car, the Bugatti Chiron. The Chiron was revealed at the Geneva Motor Show in 2016. It was named after Louis Chiron, a famous Bugatti racing driver from the 1920s and 1930s. The Chiron was not just a small update of the Veyron, it was a completely new car. It still used a W16 engine with 4 turbochargers, but almost everything was redesigned. The Chiron produced 1,500 horsepower, much more than the original Veyron. Its top speed was electronically limited to 420 km per hour, 261 meter per hour. Without the limiter, it could go even faster. The world was shocked again. The Chiron kept the famous horseshoe grille at the front. This connected it to Bugatti's history, but the rest of the design was modern and smooth. A strong C-shaped line on the side became its main design feature. The body was made from carbon fiber. The structure was stronger and safer than the Veyron. Inside, the Chiron was very luxurious. It used high-quality leather, aluminum, and carbon fiber. The design was simple but elegant. Bugatti wanted the Chiron to be fast, but also comfortable and beautiful. The Chiron's engine is one of the most powerful engines ever used in a production car. It produces huge amounts of heat. To control this, the car has advanced cooling systems. The car also uses active aerodynamics. The rear wing moves automatically. It changes position depending on speed and driving mode. There are different driving modes: EB mode, normal road driving, Autobahn mode, handling mode, top speed mode. For top speed mode, the driver must use a special key. Bugatti pays great attention to safety at high speeds. In 2019, Bugatti made history again. A special version of the Chiron, called the Super Sport 300 Plus, broke the 300 meter per hour barrier. It reached 490 km per hour, 304 meter per hour, during testing in Germany. This made Bugatti the first manufacturer to produce a car that could go over 300 meter per hour. This achievement was very important. It showed that Bugatti was still leading the speed race. Bugatti does not build many cars. Every model is limited. After the Chiron, Bugatti introduced several special versions. Bugatti Divo. The Bugatti Divo was introduced in 2018. It was based on the Chiron, but focused more on handling and cornering. It had stronger aerodynamics and sharper design. Only 40 units were built. The Bugatti 110 was introduced in 2019. It was a tribute to the EB110 from the 1990s. The name 110 means 1 on 10 in Italian. Only 10 units were built. The Bugatti 110 was introduced in 2019. It was a tribute to the EB110 from the 1990s. The name 110 means 110 in Italian. Only 10 units were built. The Bugatti Bolide is a track-only hypercar. It is extremely light and powerful. It focuses on racing performance instead of luxury comfort. The design looks aggressive and futuristic. The Bugatti Mistral is an open-top roadster. It is special because it is the last Bugatti to use the famous W16 engine. Only 99 units will be built. The W16 engine became a symbol of modern Bugatti. From the Veyron to the Chiron, this engine defined the brand. But technology is changing. Environmental rules are becoming stricter. The future of cars is moving toward hybrid and electric systems. Bugatti announced that the Mistral would be the final model with the W16 engine. This marks the end of a powerful chapter in automotive history. In 2021, a big change happened. Bugatti joined forces with Rimac, a Croatian electric hypercar company. The new company is called Bugatti Rimac. Rimac is known for advanced electric technology and battery systems. This partnership combines Bugatti's history and luxury, Rimac's electric innovation. This means the future of Bugatti will include hybrid or fully electric hypercars. Even today, Bugatti produces cars in very small numbers. Each car is built by hand in Molsheim. Customers can choose custom colors, materials, and details. Some buyers wait months or even years for delivery. Bugatti focuses on exclusivity, not mass production. Modern Bugattis cost several $1,000,000. They are among the most expensive cars in the world. Owners include collectors, celebrities, and business leaders. But Bugatti is not only about wealth, it is about engineering excellence and heritage. Owning a Bugatti means owning a piece of automotive history. Today, Bugatti stands as one of the greatest names in the car world. From the early racing victories of the Type 35 to the 300 meter per hour record of the Chiron, the brand has always pushed limits. Few companies have such a dramatic history. Early racing dominance, tragedy and war bankruptcy, and revival engineering. World records. Transition to electric future. Bugatti has survived more than 100 years of change. The future of Bugatti will likely include hybrid or electric hypercars. The world is changing. Environmental concerns are growing. But one thing remains clear. Bugatti will continue to focus on extreme performance, luxury, and exclusivity. The next generation of Bugatti cars may not use the W16 engine, but they will still aim to be the best in the world. From 1909 until today, Bugatti's journey has been extraordinary. Founded by Ettore Bugatti, the company began as a small factory in Molsheim. It became a racing legend in the 1920s and 1930s. It nearly disappeared after World War II. It was revived in the 1990s with the EB110. It became a modern engineering icon under the Volkswagen Group. It broke world speed records with the Veyron and Chiron. It entered a new era with Bugatti Rimac. Bugatti is not just a car brand. It is a symbol of ambition, art, engineering, and speed, and its story is still being written.